In this video, we're going to be covering editing a Parasha that's already been created. So we're logged in as an administrator, and as you can see, we have the administration toolbar on the left. We previously used the define readings. Now we're going to jump into reading management. So this is where we can see a list of all of our current Parashiyot that are either published, meaning made available for our community to select, or unpublished, meaning we're still editing them. We can publish and unpublish directly from the table. We can have a look at who's been signed up for different aliyot, different readings in each parasha. And from here, we can also jump straight into manage and edit the parasha just by clicking on the manage button. We have the option to delete parashiyot if we created them by accident, or selecting, we can delete many parashiyot all at once. Here we jumped into the member view of the parasha, and because we're administrators, we have the administration toolbar here where we can publish the parasha, we can print a reading report, or we can edit the parasha. And this puts us in full edit mode for every aspect of this parasha, from editing the name of the parasha, the date, and any administration notes that we want to add to the parasha. We have a title, note title to the parasha, and we have the definition of each reading with its book, chapter, and verses. We have fields to add in additional notes. Here, I can pre-assign a user to a specific reading. I can select any user, I can search user, or I can create a fictitious user, as I've done here, for holding this reading for Bar Mitzvah. So whether the parasha is published or not, we can assign users. By default, most of our books and page numbers are filled out. Here they aren't, so I'm just going to set it, and this is set for this parasha. Coming down to the Haftarah, we can see that we can assign 2 people to any given Haftarah, and we can assign multiple readings to the Haftarah. So sometimes we'll have 2 separate readings, sometimes there could be 3, and some congregations do up to 4. So we enable that. So now we've defined the parasha. What happens when we want to split an aliyah and add in an extra reading? This we can do directly from the Add Aliyah panel here, where we define the book, we define the chapter, the verse, and which chapter and verse we're reading to. We can add more of these, or we can just save this extra aliyah, and it will jump to the top of the reading. Now, we just need to reorganize it and place it in the correct position. So just dragging and dropping to the correct position will update this parasha with this extra reading. Now this behaves just as any other reading behaves, and we can assign a user to it. We can edit the readings, the chapters and verses. We can delete it if we made a mistake here. Once again, all the note fields are available. So we can add in a note here saying this is an extra aliyah to be split for some special occasion. So this is the editing the parasha. Once we've completed editing it, we can go back and we can see all those changes in the member view of this parasha. And we can see that the users that we pre-assigned are showing up, so nobody else can select that. The extra aliyah is showing up, so you can claim that if it's available. And any other user notes that were put in here will show up. This has been editing the parasha. Thank you for listening.